Hello, Attorney Lee Marvin to explain today conditional permanent residency. What is conditional residency? Conditional residency is the status put on a green card for a sponsorship from a legal permanent resident or a U.S. citizen spouse for an application that was submitted within 2 years of the marriage. So I'm married today. If I'm filing within the first 2 years of the marriage, it is called a conditional approval or conditional residency that must be corrected at a later date. Okay? So, what are the requirements to remove your conditional residency? Well, immigration basically wants to find out if this was a legitimate or bona fide relationship and the green card that they issued was fairly obtained, legally obtained, properly obtained, that you're not committing immigration fraud is what they're trying to make sure you're not getting a green card that you aren't entitled to, okay? So the job of the conditional residency removal is to convince the government that you're still in that relationship and that for the foreseeable future you will continue in that relationship, okay? So there's a lot of different things that you can do for this. Basically, you want to include information that shows that relationship, whether it's finances, finances, both assets and debts. If you can show that you both are in jeopardy together, or if you're going to benefit together, that is a good bit of information to provide to the government, okay? Another good information to include is proof of the fruits of your relationship or children. So if you have children together that were born after the green card was issued, that's good information to include, okay? You can also include information about taxes. So again, that goes to the asset and liability stuff. Those are good documents to show the government that you're really serious about the relationship. So that information is all very helpful. There's lots of other information. I've included information about couples going on vacations together, family events. Pictures are always good, showing the blending of your families. That is all very good information to show the government that you are in a legitimate relationship and you're going to continue that relationship, and you need that 2-year conditional approval removed so that you now can have the 10-year green card, the full green card, okay? So that is the recommendation of how to remove those conditions. So questions about what are the filing fees for this process? The total is $680, but they're in 2 payments. One is $595, which is the actual application fee. And then the government charges the biometrics. Biometrics, that's the fingerprinting, the pictures, and the background check to make sure that you, as the immigrant, aren't ineligible for this process. A lot can happen in 2 years. You have to do this when you first file for the green card, but they make you do it again because they want to make sure that you have not committed any crimes or done anything that makes you ineligible for continued legal permanent residency, okay? Timeline. This again is very, very hot right now because the timelines are ridiculously long for most of immigration, specifically for removal of conditions. The government has changed their process a little bit because of the waiting period, which is anywhere from 17 months to 30 months, depending on where you are allowed to file. The offices process things at alarmingly different rates of time. Immigration recently actually have automatically started extending the underlying initial 2-year approvals for these green cards for another 2 years. So people have gotten their initial green cards that are supposed to be good until you can file the removal of condition. When you file a removal of condition, they're automatically giving you 2 more years, okay? The goal is to have it done within that 2 years, but in case it's not done, you don't have to worry about being out of status not being able to work, not being able to leave the country and to return. So they're giving automatic 2-year approvals for those removals. The funny thing is, if you're married to a U.S. citizen and you're eligible for the 3-year citizenship process, you will actually be able to file for your citizenship request before your removal condition is actually approved. So again, very, very different time frame as far as approvals depending on where you're permitted to file. This process is critical for you to file correctly so that 30 months doesn't become even longer. So make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you contact somebody who knows what they're doing, has done a lot of these, which I have. I don't get any rejections for these. I get very few requests for evidence because I do a darn good job for my clients. I don't like any guesswork, and I don't like to redo things, so I do it right the first time. So make sure you're reaching out to us. Subscribe to our channel because we have a lot of very helpful hints for people to navigate the system. If you're doing it yourself, okay, I don't recommend it, but it's important for people to know what this process is and kind of how it works, so you're not completely wasting 2 years of your life. I do recommend that you hire us to do these so you don't waste time and money for no good reason. There's a lot of dreams and hopes and desires and plans that go into residency, and it's a shame to not have it done the right way and have to redo it. It's not worth it. So give us a call, contact us. If you need our help with this, we'd be happy to help you. We do it for lots of people. We've been doing it for years. So reach out to us. In addition to subscribing to our channels, both YouTube and other social media platforms, we do them all. But the most informative videos are usually on our YouTube channel. But you can reach out to us, call us, look us up online. We have a phone number. You can schedule appointments, and we'd love to help you succeed with your green cards.